I'm Anna. Why aren't you cooking?
Apple pieces, pumpkin pie. Who not ready? Holler. Ready or not, here I come. Gee, that used to be such fun.
Now we're going to make banana bread. Banana bread is great because you use old, rotten, mushy bananas, and nobody wants to eat those plain and raw, and everybody has those lying around, pretty much. And all of the other ingredients are things you usually find in your house, so you don't have to buy anything special to make it, which is really, really great. So first we're going to start, and we're going to take 1 stick of butter, which is ½ a cup. We're going to put it into the mixer with a cup of sugar, and then ½ a cup of sour cream. And the sour cream is really the secret ingredient here. It keeps the banana bread very, very moist. And you're going to cream that together on about medium speed until it looks very nice and light and creamy. And after you've creamed together your butter, your sugar, and your sour cream, we're going to add 1.5 cups of flour. And the best way to measure out flour is to take it all in your measuring cup so it really overflows, and then just take a knife to level it off. So it's ½ a cup, that's 1 cup, and that is 1.5 cups. We're also going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and ½ a teaspoon of salt. So now we're going to add vanilla and eggs, and I'm going to add 2 eggs and about a teaspoon of vanilla. I like a lot of vanilla. I think it makes things delicious. So I always put in a little bit extra or just kind of eyeball it. And my eggs, and my vanilla. And you want to make sure you scrape down the bowl often. That way everything will really get incorporated and there won't be pieces of, plain butter just on the side of the bowl. That's beautiful. Okay. You may have noticed that my apron is signed. It's actually signed by one of my culinary idols, and his name is Thomas Keller. He's a fantastic chef. He owns a couple of restaurants, and he uses very, very quality ingredients and just makes fantastic, innovative food. I met him at a book signing and I brought my apron and he agreed to sign it, and on it he wrote, "It's all about finesse." And now that you've added all of your ingredients to the banana bread except your bananas, it will look pretty smooth. And it won't hold its shape completely, but if you take some onto a spatula and tip it, it'll stay pretty stationary, and then you can whack it down back into the bowl. And it's probably the most delicious batter you will ever taste in your entire life. Oh, so good. And now it's time to add bananas. Now, I don't always make banana bread every time we have rotten bananas in the house, but I do freeze the rotten bananas, and they get kind of brown and gross. So what you want to do is let them thaw, and then make sure you don't have any of the gross water in there. I'm just going to pour that out. And you want a cup of bananas. A cup of banana, which means about 2 or 3 bananas. And I'm going to use 3. But they do plop out rather nicely. You just kind of spread it like that. Peel down one side. And it plops out. The skin gets really brown when you freeze it, but the bananas inside are perfectly fine. You want to make sure that you don't get the very end that's brown and gross of the banana into your banana mixture. So 3 bananas is about a cup, and you just pour it in, and you don't have to mush them up or anything. And you mix your batter for a minute or 2 with the bananas in it, and just make sure everything's incorporated. And you want to scrape down your bowl once, and then mix it again just a little bit. And I'm actually going to grab a fresh spatula. And I'm going to first wipe all of the batter off of the beater. And then I'm going to scrape down my bowl. And it should pour rather nicely. I'll just kind of spread it all out so it's nice and even. Oh, it's so good. And take some chocolate chips if you want. You don't have to put chocolate chips on top. I like to. And you just take some in your hand. I use semi-sweet. You can use white chocolate chips if you want, but you can also use mini chocolate chips, milk chocolate chips, bittersweet, and just sprinkle them on top. And if it looks like the chocolate chips are packed in pretty tightly, they're actually not, because the banana bread rises a lot, and so the top will expand and the chocolate chips will get farther away. And then you're ready to put this into a 350-degree oven for 50 minutes to an hour, or until a toothpick comes out completely clean. Our banana bread has been cooking for 50 minutes, and now I'm going to check on it by inserting a toothpick into it. The toothpick is clean, so I will take the banana bread out of the oven. Our banana bread has come out of the oven, and after it cools, you can slice it and serve it.
Apple pieces, pumpkin pie. Who not ready? Holler, ready or not.
Done. Fertig.